and has a skill set that's a nightmare matchup. A lot of guys can't do that. 2010 is just a regularity for him, but the way he gets it, the true power forward of the Golden.
Streets of Gold, a lovely hue to that nighttime shot of downtown Portland, Oregon. This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Portland, Oregon as the Trailblazers take it to the hardwood. Pacers are in the midst of a road trip going into this one. After dropping the first 3 games of the season, they need to turn it around.
I think for the Pacers, they haven't attracted any serious attention here in the early season. It's been the kind of average start that most had predicted.
Well, at least they haven't self-destructed. I mean, they're right there with all the other teams in the thick of the early playoff chase.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Rain Man is out there with Red Hot. Then it's Miller. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's the Mayor in at the point. Now Holiday. Here's Lillard. And no good. His first shot of the night. Missing. Damian Lillard is a 2-time All-Star. He just keeps getting better and better, and I love his demeanor on the floor. He seems a lot older than he really is.
Yeah, he's got an old head, and he's got a very even-keeled disposition about him, which serves him well. He almost missed the All-Star game last season and was an injury replacement.
Here's Lillard. Roy Hibbert picking up that last basket, and Lillard kicks to Holiday. Lets it go from 14, and Aldridge the basket on the assist by Holiday.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's the Mayor, covered by Lillard. The Mayor passes to Raymond. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to Dallas.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Well, that's always a disadvantage when you get blasted on the glass. They need to do a much better job of getting inside position. And if you can't do that, it's going to be a long day on the backboard.
And here's Hibbert following the 3 from Drew Holiday to the inside. Goes up with it again. And it's Kaman with the rebound.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And guys, for Drew Holiday last season was a tale of 2 halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
Here's Rayman. No good. And it's Portland the other way. That's to Holiday. Lillard outside. Launches a 3. Hibbert pulls it in.
And when you talk about Holiday, the Pelicans really needed his contribution last season. He can score and distribute the basketball equally as well. An excellent all-around defender. Exactly what you want in a point guard. It's that he just couldn't stay healthy.
And for Holiday, I love his effort. He works extremely hard. His injuries, no fault of his own, just a run of misfortune. Let's hope this talented young man can turn it around and keep it turned around from a health standpoint.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
First free throw is good.
And guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands, always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping, and he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg was talking about. Clark, he keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll, understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful.
Here's Matthews, and Miller with the block. But they'll get another chance. Lillard dishes to Holiday. And the shot is long.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Here's the Mayor. He's covered by Matthews. Pass to Rainman. They need this. Can't hit. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Matthews with it, and it's Miller picking him up. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Here's Kaman. Portland no good that time either.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
And he gets it to go.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Wesley Matthews on the wing. Back to Lillard. To the paint, the 10-footer. Another miss by Kaman.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
The pass to the Mayor. Here's Rainman. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Lillard, the pass to Aldridge. From the baseline. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Aldridge has got his second bucket of the night.
Great move there. That spin just dusted off the defense.
Hibbert with a screen on Aldridge. Dishes to Artest. And it's Portland with the rebound. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Yeah, exactly. An interconference matchup here. Not a lot of familiarity, but I wouldn't say they caught them off guard. There's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other team was watching.
Here's the Mayor, and it's all evened up. The Mayor's got 7.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And Holiday kicks to Lillard. Down low. That's good from Kaman on the assist by Lillard.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Hibbert with the screen. Here's the Mayor. A 24-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
So it's Portland now, following the score by Indiana. Lillard from outside. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
With the pause in the action, let's bring you the list of teams that have been lighting it up over the last 10 games. The Pacers 4th.
Well, this is only a trend over a few games out of a very, very long season. But the coach has got to be pleased that his team has been able to score big with some consistency.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Chris Kaman. Pacers trail by 3.
And, you know, the Pacers have made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure.
That's a terrific set that they just ran.
Plumlee with the screen. Kicks it to Matthews. Lillard left side. And it's Lillard again missing.
And really, it's going to be more of a reload than a rebuild situation for the Pacers. You would have to imagine their goal isn't just to get back to the playoffs, but to get back to being a conference final participant.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they've increased their percentage quite a bit since last season, guys.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Portland was just fantastic at home last season. We expect that, though, of this team, Greg. 32-9. It was packed each game.
And Kevin, of that 32-win mark, how about that was the fourth best in the entire league? You don't win your division without winning at home, and Portland definitely took care of business.
That one is no good.
Well, I tell you what, it seems as though Portland was always good at home. It was 2007 when they last had a losing record in this building. Even when they're down overall, they're always tough at home.
And here are the Pacers now, trailing by 2. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than you.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there and put that one-hand tomahawk slam? And unfortunately, guys, for Portland, they didn't have home court advantage in the playoffs. As great as they were at home all year, it could have made a big difference for them in the postseason.
Pacers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And the free throw, no good. Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed it.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
And he gets it to go. Hill's got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
Just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
Now here's Harkless. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. That drops.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems with injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injury. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
There's Red Hot after the made shot from Mo Harkless. There's a good screen. 5 on the clock. Here's Red Hot. Plumlee with the rebound.
And really, guys, the most telling part of the Pacers' injury troubles was this. Had to use 15 different starting lineups over the course of the season. Just hard to stay consistent and competitive when you are always replacing an injured player in the lineup. Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Artest. Good on both. As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in the first one, a great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
Here's Cram. They set the pick. Three-pointer, Lillard. That's another miss. Number 4. He's 2 for 6 shooting.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Clark, a little disparity there in the rebound numbers, but some of that comes down to how the ball bounces. Let's see if it evens out.
And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession.
Here to check out the numbers for Red Hot. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. First in rebounding, second in scoring, and defensively, he controls the airspace like no other, ranking second in the league in blocks per game.
And, you know, just going back real quick to the fact that he rebounds so well, I mean, that's a tremendous feat. He's a monster in the paint.
Here's Red Hot. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got into good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
We've got a moment now to go to our rookie watch and find out who among the NBA's freshman class have been the hottest shooters. Take a look at Red Hot. You know what you're going to get from him day in and day out.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
And what I like about him is he rarely pulls the trigger unless he has a quality look, an open look. And he's cagey and crafty in how he creates room for himself to get a shot off. Well, I love his offensive presence. A lot of poise he plays that end of the floor with.
Now here's Lillard. 33 points last game. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. We'll take a look at the Cavaliers. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, the Pacers. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And right now, for the Pacers, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, Greg, they can start to break out of that path.
And he knocks down the first one.
Some great play by Damian Lillard tonight. He already has 8 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them He should repeat that every game.
The free throw is good from Lillard.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
There's Red Hot, defended by Harkless. They set the screen. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. 6 points for Red Hot.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Davis. And he uses the glass on the layup. Davis has got it all tied up now for Portland. 1:10 left in the first quarter.
Tell you what, it looks as though the light has officially gone on for Ed Davis. I mean, he drifted around a bit over his first 5 seasons, but he made real strides last year.
Here's the great one. 8 points his last outing, and it's sent back by Plumlee. As great here from the Trailblazers. Lillard outside. Davis sets a screen. Harkless dishes to Craig. Just 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Lillard. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
The Pacers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Free throw drops for Hill. And he makes the first but misses the second. Portland trailing here. Harkless the pass to Crabbe. To the middle. Here's Lillard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Lillard's got 11 points.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Pacers up 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel. I kind of just embraced it, for my entire life. Just, you wouldn't know if something was going on in my life or not, because as long as I'm taking care of business and doing what I need to be doing, that's all that matters.
Say, Clark, we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
I think that would be accurate. I mean, Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of his business and doing what he needs to be doing. I mean, his reality is trying to live up to the expectations for him in Portland.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backdoor.
Well, Greg, you can't dominate the boards unless all 5 guys are making the effort to box out and chase down the ball.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Pacers. Roy Hibbert is out there with Rain Man. Then there's the Mayor. That's Lance Stevenson. And it's Miller in at the shooting guard.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And it's Kaman missing. Pacers leading by 4. Pass to the main. Indiana moving the ball around. Now here's Stevenson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. That's good.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
And for Portland, they're shooting about 42% so far. Kaman a screen. And Holiday, here we go. He dishes it to Aldridge. Pocket 6. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And for a long time now, Indiana has protected the rim. It's one of the core elements of their defense and why they are so strong on D every year.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Outside Holiday. Shoots off the screen. And Hibbert with the block. And he recovers it. And yes, sir, that one drops. And it's 6 points for Aldridge.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
And last year for Indiana, top 3 at protecting the rim. Opponent shot under 50% right at the hoop corner.
You know, that number might not sound like a lot, but being under 50% on essentially layups, that's a big deal. Protecting the rim is a huge part of winning basketball.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones a long time without a basket.
They got to find something right.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Pacers leading by 4. Stevenson outside. Pass to Raymond. Miller outside. A three-pointer, no good.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Now, here's Stevenson. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Rain Man's got his second bucket of the game to go. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Harkless kicks to Kaman, and Hibbert with the block, but he stays with it. The kick out to Holiday. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
Here's the Mayor, guarded by Holiday. Off with the layup.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow.
Latrey, and that one's good. Holiday's got 8 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Trailblazers trail by 3. The dish to Harkless. He feeds it to Aldridge. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
And the first one drops.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. And you can say that about most of his game. Quietly, effective, and impactful.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound.
And he gets it to go. And that's now 6 points for Roy Hibbert.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Here's Kaman and Hibbert with the block. And they're able to recover. The kick out to Matthews. Kaman a screen. Matthews dishes to Kaman. Another miss by Kaman.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Stevenson with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. That's good. And now a 5-point Pacer lead.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Matthews against Miller. Heyman. The shot falls for only his second bucket, 2 for 9. Indiana leading by 3. And here's Stevenson. And that one goes long. Harkless with it. Feeds it to Holiday. Aldridge up on top. Portland moving the ball over. 6 on the shot clock. And Jrue Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Mo Harkless. Pacers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Stevenson against Matthews. Miller up on top. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. 6 on the shot clock. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And the idea of setting the screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Plumlee comes in for Chris Kaman. And Lillard subbed in for Maurice Harkless. The pass to Rain. Here's the great one. Aldridge is covering, and that one's good. Here's a quick peek at the best rookie free throw shooters over the course of the past month. Look at Rain Man, one of the league's best, 3rd in free throw percentage.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Really knows how to get to the stripe. He converts at a high level there, a high rate, excellent concentration. He's got a really smooth, repetitive stroke. He's got it rolling.
Davis is checked in for Portland. Crabbe comes in for Jrue Holiday. Red Hotties checked in for the Pacers. From 13, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Pacers leading by 3. Passes it to Red Hot. Here's the great one. Hits the 3-point bomb. The great one's got 5 points so far.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness. Looking at how they stacked up in the league statistically over the last month, here's what the Trailblazers did. 6th in opponent points per game, 11th in steals. And they're in the top half of the league in challenging those shots. The opponent field goal percentage, the top half of the league. Not bad.
And you look at their opponent's points per game. Now, some of that can be influenced by pace of play, but I still like what I'm seeing from them defensively. Getting stops a big part of how they win games. And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves play stole the game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
And so here is Indiana, following the 3-point attempt by Wesley Matthews. Pass to Red. They set the pick. Jumper off the screen. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Plumlee with the screen. Matthews passes to Lillard. Davis sets a screen. Now the feed to Craig. No good. And Indiana will come the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Trailblazers trail by 6. And Matthews gets to Lillard. Here's Craig. 9 points last game. Pass to Lillard. They need this one. And he gets it to go. Lillard's got 14.
He was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Here's Red Hot. Lillard with the rebound. Portland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. 17-foot shot on the way. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Now just a 1-point Indiana lead.
I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
And here's a look at some stats for Damian Lillard. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging 23 points per game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
We get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Rockets. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, Portland, 8 games out.
And for the Trailblazers, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Plumlee.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Mason Plumlee will really put it on, and tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegiate. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on.
And, back to Plumlee, he showed steady improvement last season, improved statistically in just about every category over his rookie year. If he could become a little less mechanical with his postgame, I think he could even go higher.
Now, here's Matthews. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas. On the wing hill, he's guarded by Plumlee. Here's Big Cat. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
One thing about Plumlee, going back, he's been a tremendous rebounder. He can shoot over 60% from the field for you. However, he was a terrible free throw shooter last season, under 50%, which caused at least a couple teams to employ a little hack-a-Mason strategy.
Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trail Blazers trying to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand injury.
And losing Matthews for the season was huge too, guys. I mean, every team goes through injury woes and bumps during the course of a season, but the Blazers just seem to be, at least in the last half dozen years or so, hit very hard every year.
And when you watch Wes Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Crabbe kicks to Matthews. Portland moving the ball around. Here's the 3. And it's Matthews again missing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the pass to Reddick. He kicks it to Artest. Bank shot, no good. Crabbe dishes to Lillard. Stolen by Artest. Big Cat. No good on that last second attempt there. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Pacers lead by 1. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Here with Frank Vogel. And, Coach, you've got to be pleased with that first half. The ball was moving. Your guys...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. One positive they can look back on is how well they shot the ball. They finished the first period at 48% from the field. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And, you know, I'm not sure that he can continue to shoot the 3 as well as he has up to this point. He has been lights out.
You know, sometimes, Greg, you have those nights where the basket just looks twice as large as it is. Grand Canyon size. It might be one of those nights for him.
Portland trailing here. Matthews and Aldridge are the forwards end. Damian Lillard out there with Holiday, and it's Kaman in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now here is Holiday. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. 5 to shoot. For the lead. It's rebounded by Indiana. Rain Man's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Dishes to Hibbert outside Artest. Shoots a fader, and the shot is good. And it's 6 points for Rain Man. Trailblazers trail by 3. And Lillard kicks to Matthews. He dishes it to Kaman. Plenty of space. No good off the back of the rim. Indiana's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Hibbert with the screen. And it's Miller penetrating. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Indiana didn't have a great record on the road last season. Only went Clark 15 and 26 on the year, and it cost them down the stretch.
It really did, Kevin. I mean, the Pacers had a bumpy year with all of the injuries, particularly with George being out for most of the year. His absence was most noted in those tough road games, I think.
The first one falls.
And for the Pacers, perhaps the biggest loss of the season for them was on the road. Couldn't get it done in Memphis on the final day of the season to try and get into the postseason.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, here's a little factoid about the Pacers on the road last season, guys. They were much better shooting free throws on the road. The difference between their road and home free throw percentage was the largest positive mark in the league. That's kind of strange.
Lillard, the pass to Aldridge. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish. And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season, but he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just playing in pain, he was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Lillard on top. 19 points in the game.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Kicks to Artest. But they recover it. Goes back up. And it's sent back by Kaman. Matthews dishes to Lillard. Kaman, a screen on Hibbert. Feeds to Kaman. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Took the opportunity when he saw it. 12 points for Drew Holiday.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's the Mayor. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Harkless is checked in for Portland. Here's Miller. Can't get it to go. Holiday with the defensive effort. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. To the inside. Stolen. Lillard against Miller. There's the dish to Hibbert from 11 feet away. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
What a tremendous game for Roy Hibbert. He has 8 points, and what a tear he's been rejecting shot after shot.
Clark, he has owned the paint.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
The first free throw is good. Hits them both.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Now here's Lillard, and Holiday has it in the corner. Portland no good that time either. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in. The Mayor's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pacers.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
And Holiday kicks to Lillard. Here's Aldridge. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Now just a 2-point Pacer lead. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's the Mayor. He's got 11. He feeds it to Hibbert. And it's sent back by Kaman. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Holiday is running. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. And Stevenson's checked in for Red Hot. Lillard outside. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. Kicks it out to Lillard. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
Miller with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Passes it to Holiday. Harkless dishes to Kaman. Here's Aldridge. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. Roy Hibbert picks one up.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter him.
I really like that he didn't shy away from the contact at all. I mean, he was determined to get to the basket no matter who was offering the resistance.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
Well, how about LaMarcus Aldridge in this one? He's got 17 points and a couple of nice steals, too. Not missing much. In fact, hitting just about everything he's taken.
And, Clark, the question is, how long can he keep it up?
Here's Miller. Misses off the right iron.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Harkless kicks to Lillard. Puts it up. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Aldridge. Indiana's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Miller kicks to Hibbert. Pass to the Mayor. This one for 3, and the Pacers another 3.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Lillard, the pass to Harkless. Looking for Aldridge, he gets it there. The feed to Harkless. Fires for 3. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Harkless has got 5.
And how about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go. really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Lance Stephenson. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 4 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he continues to hone his game. I think the potential is there.
Oh, yeah, you can see the potential clearly, but it's raw, unrefined. He needs to keep polishing it up.
And Portland making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. And Indiana with the change here, too. Red Hot, he's checked in for the man. Pacers leading by 3. Now the pass to Rainman. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Rainman's got 8 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Aldridge. The Pacers pull it in. Hibbert's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And the one thing you can typically count on from Roy Hibbert is great rim protection. Last year, he dipped a little, down to 1.5 blocks a game from over 2 the year before. But shooters still had to account for him every time they drove to the rim.
There's a screen. Red Hot the pass to Miller. Excellent D there from Holiday.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Lillard. 21 points in the game. Well, getting back to Hibbert, last year was a down one for him in a few areas. He put up his lowest points per game average since his rookie year. And Clark, his minutes in general were way down.
Yeah, and I think he may be at a bit of a crossroads in his career right now. A couple of years ago, signed a big contract. He's got the talent and he's got the desire. I think it's just a matter of him having the confidence that will lead to consistency.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Harkless dishes to Aldridge. No good, unable to end this run. Indiana leading by 8. And Stevenson kicks to Hibbert. Back to Stevenson. Pass to Hibbert. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
2 shots, gentlemen.
That one is on Holiday. For Indiana, they have gone 9 of 13 from the line. First free throw is good for the Trailblazers. Davis comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Krebs subbed in for Damian Lillard. Indiana also making some changes. Hill, he's checked in for Rainman. The great one comes in for Lance Stephenson. And it's Big Cat in for Miller. He's off on the second. Trailblazers trail by 9. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Harkless with it. He's against Hibbert. Here's Plumlee. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Plumlee's got 6 points.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
That's good. Big Cat's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. Body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here's the great one. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
Let's see where the Pacers are, Kevin, in terms of the NBA rankings right now. First in shooting percentage. First in three-point field goal percentage. And they're also ranked number 2 in scoring points in transition. This is a team that really pushes the ball ahead and tries to score before the defense gets set.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. good on the second, so he makes them both. Trailblazers trail by 11. And Holiday kicks to Matthews. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Indiana.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Hill, nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Hill's got 5.
Guys, he's having a ball out there with me. We knew going in that he'd have an advantage on the glass, but I didn't think he could be this dominant. What a difference.
Here's Crabbe. Holiday, the pass to Crabbe. Davis sets a screen. Over in the corner, Matthews. Three-pointer, and he gets it to go. 5 points in the game.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job with the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
So it's the Pacers now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
Trailblazers trail by 12. A runner. And Holiday with a nice bucket inside. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter. And so here is Indiana. 46 seconds left in the third. Here's Red Hot. He's got 14. He kicks it to Hibbert. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Hibbert's got 13. Portland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Holiday goes in. And he gets the bucket.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
The Pacers making a switch here. Artest is checked in. That's good from Holiday.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game. Oh, I love that dish down low.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Over to the left wing. Crabbe kicks to Holiday. Shoots the three. Hope they get it back. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Pacers up by 11. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
Alarms go off when I enter the building.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Pacers leading by 11 on the court for Indiana. They've got Rain Man. Great one out there with Red Hot. Then it's Miller, and it's the Mayor in at the one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence. How about the nickname for Chris Kaman? Air Sasquatch. I mean, he's got that stenciled in his shoes. A nickname he earned back when he wore his hair long. He has clearly embraced it.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, you just tell me, Chris. Kaman Clark is an outdoorsman, likes to go hunting. He's got kind of a quirky streak about him.
Yeah, he's a bit unique, a little different, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, he's kind of a fan of blowing things up during his spare time.
Like what?
I couldn't tell you that.
And Chris Kaman, guys, signing with the Blazers last season, he's had big contracts before, but told his agent, hey, let's focus on getting a winning situation.
Here's the Mayor. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. The Mayor's got the lead up to 13 now for Indiana. Lillard dishes to Harkless. Aldridge against Artest. A baseline J. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. And that's 21 points for Aldridge. And the Blazers really needed bench depth in their front court, Clark. A great situation for Chris Kaman to come into and contribute.
Yeah, you know, he felt he'd been overlooked with the Lakers the season prior and bruised his ego a bit. In Portland, he found a defined role providing scoring off the bench, which suited him well.
That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Matthews.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
And Lillard kicks to Harkless. This is to Aldridge. Again, the Trailblazers score.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Here's the great one. Miller outside. And the call will be against Red Hot. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness. I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Indiana. Lillard, the pass to Matthews. 16 feet away. Makes a big height bounce and goes in. 25 points for LaMarcus Aldridge. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's the Mayor. This is it to Raymond. Pocket 6. Misses the 3. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Harkless. The Pacers pull it in. Rain Man's got 11 rebounds in the game. Miller outside. Hibbert kicks to Artest. And so the ball out of bounds. Hibbert touched it last.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Here's Lillard. Outside Matthews. Aldridge a screen. Matthews into the lane. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
But, Greg, they can't relax yet. I mean, they've still got plenty of work to do here.
Now here's Harkless. Can he keep it going? And it comes off the front of the rim. Indiana leading by 5. Artest the pass to the Mayor. Indiana moving the ball around. Hibbert with the screen. Kicks to Miller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Miller with another miss.
Rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
The shot by Harkless, no good.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here's the Mayor. Shot to end this full run. Good on the shot. The Mayor's got 14 points here in the second half.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his 2nd this half.
Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. Here's Kaman. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
All right, I want everyone to give it up for your Blazer Dancers. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Now, here is Miller. Pass to the main. Here's Rain Man. Takes the 13-footer. That's good on the jump shot. Rain Man's got 10 points in just the second half. Lillard dishes to Matthews. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Matthews. Aldridge with a screen on Artest. Matthews into the lane. A picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good. Matthews has got 6 here in this quarter. Here's the Mayor. Hibbert with the screen. The Mayor passes to Hibbert. Here's Miller. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lillard with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Over in the corner, Harkless. 3-pointer, and the shot is good. Now it's just a 3-point Pacer lead.
Confident and composed on the 3-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Outside Artest. He dishes it to Miller. And the Pacers another 3.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more 3-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
And so here's Portland after Indiana gets the 3. Artest against Lillard. The pass to the Mayor. Fires for 3, and the Pacers another 3.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleed.
Now, here's Lillard looking for Aldridge. He gets it there, and he dunks it down.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Indiana leading by 7. The Mayor passes to Raymond. They set the pick. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Now here's Matthews. Goes up on the high post. Shot is off.
And doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
Well, he has been today, no doubt about that. His effort's been unbelievable.
It's Miller on the wing, defended by Harkless. 6 to shoot. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Take a look at what Slim's been doing. 15 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked him down.
That free throw good from Miller. Drew Holiday's checked in for Harkless. Both free throws good for Miller.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now here's Lillard. Here's Kaman, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And one thing about the NBA, there are a ton of siblings currently playing in the league. Some on the same team, some on opposing sides, but there must be over a half a dozen sets of siblings.
As you said, Greg, there are a ton of sibling pairs in the NBA. Even more, Clark, if you include the D-League.
Well, you start with the Plumlees, the Gasols, the Teagues, Zellers. For twins, you have the Lopez twins, Morris twins, the Zellers, Gasols, Teagues, Steph and Seth Curry. Count 2 with the D-League.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper-echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
Here's Lillard following the score by Indiana. Portland, no good that time either.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Feeds it to Hibbert. From 12 feet out. Again, Indiana.
And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college. Had a very encouraging junior season. Looked like a future lottery pick. And then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it. You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency, the challenge for Hibbert.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through LaMarcus Aldridge. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. He mentioned one more thing, which was that he'd like them to get out and run whenever they get their hands on the ball. Let's play this game at top speed. Those were his exact words. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Miller outside. And it's sent back by Kaman. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Here is Miller. 4 on the clock. Over Holiday. They get it back. And stolen by Kaman. Holiday up top. Aldridge is screened. And Holiday, here we go. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Pacers making the shot. Artest against Matthews. Came in a screen on Artest. And Matthews kicks to Aldridge. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's the Mayor, covered by Lillard. Outside Artest. The Mayor passes to Raymond. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Indiana.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on. and clearly were dominant in every area.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
Sometimes, guys, it's hard during the first meeting of a season to get a feel for a team, but these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and I think they've got to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series against the Trailblazers.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Rain Man. And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with the fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
And here are the Pacers now, following the three from Drew Holiday. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Stevenson inside the three-point line. No luck. Now Portland takes it the other way. From past the arc. And Holiday hits again from deep.
And this run not really doing him any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
And so it's Indiana with it, following the three from Drew Holiday. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 16.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their turf.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for...
watching the 2K Sports postgame show.